Hi, hello, it's me, Unkempt Snugglepepper, and welcome to my channel where we explore the power of creativity and art. Today we're going to be talking about turning mental health struggles into art. Specifically the theme and characters in my webcomic, Fortune's Fancy. If you have an idea for a webcomic, I highly recommend pursuing the creation of that comic. For me, Fortune's Fancy has been a way to heal in a lot of ways, as well as an outlet for emotions I may not be ready to talk about. Somehow, it seems so much easier to talk about all the things Drexel has gone through than some of the things I have gone through. Art is also beautiful in the ways in which we can heal without needing to use words. If you wish to tell your story, then there's another voice out there letting someone else know they are not alone. Fortune's Fancy is about Drexel, a sad, gay little wizard who takes on Mira as an apprentice, and they meet a handsome fortune teller named Archimedes. Mira sought out Drexel after speaking with a gentleman named Bastian, who was previously a teacher for Drexel. When Drexel found out Bastian had been experimenting with removing magic from one person and giving it to another, a painful, dark art, he became incredibly angry and ended up destroying the large town of Resultum. It is 23 years later that Mira seeks him out. I've been working on my webcomic for 2.5 years, and the serious side reflects a lot on my own personal struggles, but it also offers an avenue for comedy. I'm currently finishing up Chapter 9, and each chapter contains about 4 episodes. It is available to read on Comic Fury, Tapas, and Webtoon, all linked below. Drexel, who is the main character, represents a lot of my internal struggles. He is one of the most powerful mages of his time, but lives in a small town wearing patchy robes and attempts to be unassuming as possible. In a way, this represents how when I was younger, I just didn't fit in. I'm not sure if it's undiagnosed autism, learning poor social skills from my parents, or I was just that weird. But elementary school was not kind. Even now, as an adult, I find myself in unhealthy relationships, not wanting to leave for the fear of being alone. Drexel's power versus his unassuming life, I feel parallels how in high school I was such a talented student, but I have failed many times. The guilt that Drexel has from destroying the town is similar to how I felt after I got kicked out of student teaching. That story is not exciting as it sounds and is a tale for a different time. Mira juxtaposes Drexel in a lot of ways. She's energetic, spunky, she regularly uses sarcasm, which Drexel takes literally, and where Drexel tends to be more noticeably sad, she hides her sadness. I've not revealed why she feels guilty or why she doesn't expect things that are nice, but it's coming eventually. Mira represents how I present as being charismatic and a friendly person, even on days when I'm depressed or anxious. I also included that she wants Drexel and Archimedes to be together and sometimes unknowingly crosses boundaries, which is something I did a lot when I was younger and still do to a lesser degree. Archimedes represents not just my husband, but other people in my life who've been kind and patient. I believe the line, "Others cannot love you until you love yourself," is a false phrase. It is because of people loving us when we don't love ourselves that we're able to continue on. Archimedes is kind, understanding, and even-tempered. He has healthy boundaries, and he is able to be a grounding force for Drexel. Archimedes understands a sense of autonomy when it comes to healing of mental health issues and recovery. There are a few themes that continue throughout the story. One is that being loved and being cared for does not automatically make trauma and mental illness go away. Growing up, I thought if only someone could really love me, then I'd be okay. I think this is wishful thinking, and a lot of people, specifically with BPD or borderline personality disorder, have this sort of wishful thinking. I wanted to document healthy, loving relationships, but the characters in those relationships still have unresolved issues. The other theme that carries throughout the story is the belief that others deserve nice things, but we do not. Many times throughout the story, Drexel takes care of Mira and goes above and beyond her expectations. For example, in the chapter in which there is a birthday, Drexel expresses to Mira that she should have a home and food, gentle guidance when she strays, and praise when she does well. Mira turns around and says that Drexel deserves the same. And while Drexel tries to deny it, both Mira and Archimedes do care for him. While the story has some serious undertones, and I tackle some heavier issues, I also have humor laced throughout. For example, Drexel doesn't understand sarcasm. He takes everything literally, which creates a few humorous situations. In addition, he is easily embarrassed. There's an entire chapter entitled "In Which Drexel is Embarrassed." Over the past 2.5 years, this little story has gotten me through some of the roughest moments. It provided me with a bit of a shining light at the end of the tunnel. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like. Consider visiting my channel where I make other art content related to mental health, and have a good day.